Hey guys, it's me, Xander. This is a review of the both Elephant or BE Tech G36k metal gearbox version. I'm going to keep this review nice and short because I pretty much reviewed most of this gun in the plastic gearbox version since it's almost the same gun. First thing off, this doesn't come with the gun, this rail or this vertical grip, but I'm too lazy to take that off, and the flash hider will come as orange. This is plastic, by the way, I forgot to mention that. Basically, same issues with the body, same issues with the charging handle and whatnot. The only thing that's really different about this gun is obviously the metal gearbox and the selector switch. This time the screw is black, and it's the same. Mine's got bubbles in it from the casting, I guess. Pretty bad, but at least it clicks into place this time. It has the spring and the plastic knob to lock it in place. Other than that, externally, it's just about the same weight and foregrip, same non-functional carry handle, same glossy plastic, whatnot. This has actually been painted flat black. But over the time, the oils in my hand have actually turned it a bit glossy again. This particular one has a classic Army cocky handle in it, so that's why it's not all flimsy. There's the pin, because it wasn't in my other review. It's not like the classic Army or JG pin. This is actually just a friction pin. Now, a lot of people complain that when you get this gun initially, you have to pretty much hammer it out. Now, it wasn't the case on my gun, but it is rather tight, but you can pull it out from either way. You probably want to pull it out from the side that has the notches in it, so you don't wear out your foregrip or anything. Just like the other one, this stock screw is completely terrible, so I replaced that with a more flush Allen key assembly, whatnot. Pretty much the same. The gearbox is metal. It's a little bit harsh on the ends, as in the ends are not filed or anything, so you might, it's rough on your hands to work on. The cylinder is slightly larger than a regular classic Army whatnot. Same with the cylinder head. But the piston seems to be standard size, so you'll have a small air leak naturally when you buy this gun. Swapping in a number 14 O-ring does help, but it's still not the best. You might want to think about replacing that cylinder assembly, and also you might want to replace the nozzle, because the nozzle was the first thing to go on this gun. The wiring is fairly decent. It's a little thicker than this version here. As you can see, this is pretty thin. One thing I forgot to mention also is on the stock charging handle. It does actually lock in place like the real deal. The TM and classic Army version and whatnot do not do this, so I think that was kind of cool. So once you fix this charging handle, it's actually not bad. But other than that, it's a pretty good gun. The only drawbacks, I would say, is like the plastic gearbox version, it has this not so great barrel assembly. You can't just swap in a better barrel in this gun unless it's the exact same thickness of this barrel. The reason being, it tends to misfeed if the barrel is thicker and thinner. I believe it's due to pop-up bucking and then tight squeeze and a loose squeeze and all that. But if you mix and match long enough, you might find one that works. Also, the mag well is a little different than the TM generics. The nozzle, I believe, is to the rear about 2 millimeters or so. So this will not feed standard TM Classic Army mags off the bat, but the BE Tech mags are very reliable, and they're also dirt cheap. You can find them for as low as $4.50 new to the highest I've seen is like $8.50 new. But yeah, same dial hop-up chamber, which is not TM compatible, which is kind of a stop on upgrading this gun. You won't be able to upgrade the hop-up assembly unless you choose to swap the entire inner barrel, hop-up chamber, and modify a classic Army or TM magwell to fit. Now, they will snap on. It'll be a little tight, but you'll also have to modify the placement of this pin here, because I believe the pin sits about a millimeter or two lower on the classic Army version than this version, so you have to Dremel that out or something. that's the only drawback. In stock form, it's great for CQB. That's all I really play here in LA. We don't really have any fields. But it's a good gun, definitely reliable, and the gearbox is easier to work on, sadly, than some of the other ones. One thing I did notice about this gun when I took it apart is mine did not come with the safety cutoff lever, so I took that out of my spare plastic gearbox version so that I actually have the safety in there now. But before, it would just go back. The electronics would be disabled, but the trigger would pull. That's about it. If you have any questions about it, just leave me a comment, send me an email, whatnot, and thanks for watching.